Hey guys, I just thought I'd do a mini art haul. So I got more stuff from CultPens because I had another marker die. So yay, I thought you can see the stuff I got. It's like a really mini haul. I didn't get very much, apart from just the marker refill. Oh, I got a green one today. You get like different coloured faces, like the old ones. I've got most of them have been these little blue faces. And now I got this little green paperclip face. I love these things. They're really cute. But yeah, that's just my receipt. And I got washi tape. I'd actually completely forgotten I'd ordered this. I've been wanting like the Sakura bloom washi tape for ages, just because I thought it would make like a pretty dress for like my characters or something. So yay, I'd forgotten that. And the free bag of Haribo that you always get with every purchase from CultPens. Definitely go and buy your stuff from CultPens because sweeties, yay! So yeah, that's my refill. It's just a grey C3. And then I thought I'd get like these other, like these two blue multi-liners just to test them out to see if they're anywhere near like this one. Well, judging from the bases, these ones are quite similar. So we shall find out. The interesting, this is a zig pen, and I'm not sure how on earth you pronounce that. Mangak. It looks like it should be mangaka, or something. I'm not sure, like, in what way these zig pens are different from the Zig Millennium pens, because I've got a couple Zig Millennium pens. But yeah, I thought, I don't know how it's different. It's weird. This one says water-based pigment, keep horizontal. It's going to be a pain for the way I store it. And that's all it says. So I don't know. And what does these ones say? Acid-free pigment ink. Keep horizontal. Oh, I never keep stuff horizontal and it never seems to do them any harm. But we shall see what these are like. I've got my little bit of paper here that I was testing them on a while ago. It seems weird that the Zig Millenniums would have like two different types of pen. Okay, that is really faint. It feels like really thin as well. I'm not sure if you can even really see that. Can you even see that? So, I don't think you're going to be a good replacement for the Copic one, but you do work really nicely on the printer paper. So, let's try the Micron. The Micron had 3 different types of blue. So, let's see. Oh, that one's quite close, I think. That one's really close to the original Copic one. I think we may have found my replacement. Yay, look, that's almost identical. Hooray! Oh, I'm happy. That's almost identical. Hello! Haha, oh, I'm happy. I found a replacement. I don't have to spend like £13 to get a refill. Hooray! Instead, I just had to spend £2. Anyway, I'm happy. That's good. Yeah, so that's my mini kind of art haul. I thought if anyone's interested, I'll give you an update on like my story and what I've been doing, because I finished chapter 4, and then I thought I'd take a break, and I've actually been working on some more of these little grayscale portraits for some of my characters, because I've just been on just this massive character creating spree, which is why I needed the grey ink, because I didn't realise just how low I was till I started doing these. But yeah, I've got quite a few others. If you follow me on DeviantArt, you'll have seen the other 2 kind of full pages. Like this one, these are kind of the originals. That most of these were created in, I think it was 2015. Most of these were created. Foon was created 2016. But yeah, I've got like 2 pages of this, and then I ended up creating more characters because my fairy family just seemed to keep growing and growing, and now there's 36 new OCs to add to like the collection. Some of them, they're just like really minor. Like a lot of the ones I'm working on at the moment, they're just kind of the generation that existed before Portobello and her friends. So this is Portobella, so also known as Baby Bella, and she's Portobello's mummy. Portobello and Button's mummy. So you can kind of see the resemblance if I pull this one down a little bit. They've got the same kind of button nose and similar kind of eyes. and she's got the same dimples the little button's got. Yay! So yeah, she's not with us anymore. When Portobello, like where my story starts off, she'd passed away earlier in the story, so unfortunately. But then I got, this is actually Fiend's mummy. This is Lucario, and she kind of tells lies unintentionally. She kind of likes telling fibs and making up stories of exciting adventures and stuff. And this is her best friend. I liked her. I made her a bit too glamorous for how I was intending her to be. Full focus, there we go. And then this is Shita, and she's actually the old lady. She's actually the mother of the twins, Shiitake and Lantinus Edo. So you can see I tried to make her a little bit similar to them. I kind of gave her the same kind of rounded face and the same kind of ears, because they have like little sticky up ears. And yeah, her outfit is very similar to like both of their outfits as well, because she had them when she was like, in my story, fairies are born from true love, and she didn't discover true love until she was kind of her final kind of moments before she died. She realized that she loved her home and her forest and everything, and that she'd taken a lot of her friends and stuff for granted when she was younger. So she kind of found a new appreciation for everything that was around her, and that love created the twins along with her death, because her energy went back into the ether of the forest. So when she also died and loved, she ended up creating twins, which is very rare. You don't get twin mushroom fairies very often, because each type of fairy, because I've also got fruit and vegetable pixies, and I've got the animal fae, and I've got tree elfin, and flower genies, and I think I might be missing one, but anyway, each type of fairy, they kind of reproduce differently. So for the mushroom fairies, it's true love, and it doesn't have to be like true love between like two fairies. It can just be one fairy loving another fairy can create it. And then the fairies that are born always take like the attributes from the fairy whose love created them. So yeah, anyway, these are the ones I've worked on at the moment for my little like portraity things. But I'm going to be working on that for a while and trying to design like my other characters, because I've got so many. These are some of my my fruit pixies, my fruit and vegetable pixies. I think these are the vegetable ones. I've got Q and Kale, Q and K, this is the cucumber and a kale fairy, and these were the bell pepper triplets. And I'm having trouble like deciding like which colour should be which, because I was kind of thinking red, yellow, green. But then I'm kind of, because of the hair, I'm thinking you're going to look too much like Anna and Elsa if I do you red and yellow. So maybe you should be yellow and you should be green and you should be red. But I'm not sure you suit being red. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. They're all kind of, they're really minor. I don't think they even have speaking parts in my story at the moment, but they exist. They're part of the vegetable pixies. But yeah, I thought I'd show you like some of the other characters I've been working on lately. This is my big folder. Oh, I can show you some other stuff first. If you watched my Valentine's video with the outfit, I mentioned how this wasn't like the first outfit idea I came up with. I came up with one and I thought it looked like Madoka Magica's dress. Anyway, this was like the original dress that I kind of did. I can't remember off the top of my head what Madoka Magica outfits look like, but it strikes me as like really similar just from like my memory because of the ribbons and everything. So that was like the original dress, and then I changed it so it looked more like this. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well in that video that this little band thing as well, Button made that, because Button's really creative and she likes like making things like bracelets and necklaces and stuff, and she made that out of like material and like vines and stuff. So yeah, she's quite creative. Button's like the super creative one in the family. So anyway, that was the original dress. And I've also been doing I've been trying to do like chapter pages as well for my story on DeviantArt, just so it looks all pretty, and I can do like little like notes as well, like artist notes of how I felt like doing each chapter. So this was like a picture of one that I was working on for like chapter 1, where she's all sleepy in her little sleepy outfit. I'm just going to move my camera up. Okay. There we go. More space. But yeah, this was actually like the second attempt. Like the first one, I really hated the face because I was trying to do like a sleepy face, and this was like the original one that I did, and it looked weird to me. Like I don't know, like maybe they were too slanted and it just didn't look cute enough. So then I cut out a piece of bad piece of paper. I cut out this tiny bit of paper and I stuck it over her face and then photocopied it so that I could have like a second go at like drawing the face. And I got this one, which is that one. So, and I think this one came out so much cuter. So I'm really glad that I did redo the face and I didn't just settle. So yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment, is the chapter title pages with like my artist notes like on the side and everything. So it's just all pretty, and then there's like a good break on my story so you can actually tell when each chapter starts and begins and stuff. And I don't know, I just think it looks pretty. So yeah. Anyway, I was going to show you like the other characters that I've been working on. I can just move stuff out of the way. Need more space. Okay. Whoops. Don't knock the microphone over would be a good thing. So yeah, this one usually sits like in here. It kind of slides in the top of the folder. In you go. So you're out the way. Okay. So I've also got on the inside page, if I can move this. These are like all the other ones. You can see them on Even Art. It has all their descriptions of everything. But yeah, so this is Fiend's dad, and he was in love with Lucario, which was this one. But she never really returned his feelings. She didn't mean to lead him on, but it's her nature to kind of deceive, just because of the type of mushroom fairy she is. So yeah, he kind of fell in love with her, and he kind of ended up with Foon as a result, because his true love created Foon. I've got so many like bits and pieces in here. I've been working on this as well. This I thought was going to be like the book cover. If I ever like got it published, I'd have that as like the cover. Just because it's got so many fairies in it. What I do wish is I'd put two of my other fairies in it, Mataki and Morel, because I drew this like before they were really part of the story. I actually kind of reworked the story just to fit those two characters into it. But this was like a really old picture that I did, so they're not in it. I've been slowly working on it. Every so often I like kind of go back to it and add bits, but because I've been working on it for so long, it makes me like really intimidated to finish it, just in case I make a mistake. And I'm like, what if I make a mistake and have to do it all over again? No. Yeah. Anyway, new characters. Let me try and find them. It's like my character section. Oh, this one might be interesting. See if I can find a way to turn this on its side. This folder's so big, it takes up so much space. But if you can see, this is Honey when she was younger versus Honey in the start of the story. So this is 20 years earlier, before Portobello's even born. So this is like the era of Portobella, baby Bella, and Angel, and all like the older fairies in the story. So it's kind of just an interesting comparison. Her hair was longer and she was more cleavagey. And then after she had like a really terrible breakup, she ended up putting on a bit more weight. She was already kind of like cuddly shaped to start with, and then she kind of put on and made her extra cuddly after a really bad relationship breakup, and she lost her best friend in the process as well. So hopefully you can see them. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up, but yeah, what else have I got in here? These are kind of the old stuff. These were Portobello outfits that I was going to do, so that was just the model that I was then drawing outfits onto. But I never finished because I screwed up the wing pattern on this. I did this on like Bristow board because I was going to colour it all nicely. This was like, I think this was like a year ago. I was thinking of doing the Meet the OC series for my Crazy Comic Lady channel, so I kind of started it, and then I don't know, I got all stressed about doing it, and yeah, now I'm doing it on this channel. And yeah. Anyway, oh, this was Portobello's wedding dress. If I can tilt you down a bit. It's all poofy and pretty. But oh, this is more of their outfits for the wedding. That's Pax and Dap's outfit. Oh, you can't really see because it's a pain. Psilocybin is kind of naked for the wedding. That's going to be interesting when I do it on DeviantArt, of trying not to show anything, because I don't want to have to mark the comic pages as not suitable for like younger like people. So when I get to like drawing the wedding scenes and stuff, I'm going to have Foon will be like covering psilocybin up with like a leaf so that you can't see any naughty things. But yeah, and then oh, I've got little buttons, little bridesmaid outfit down there. What else have I got? Oh, this is Chanterelle's wedding outfit for the big day. Oh, can't show that one because that's a huge spoiler. This is Foon's cousin Wee, and for a while, like, I was really unsure like how to do her colours, because she's so similar to Chanterelle's colour scheme. So you can see them kind of like next to each other, and they're both really blonde. So I don't know. I tried to have like all the fairies looking like really different so that they don't show up, so they don't clash with each other as much. But yeah, I don't know how that will work out when we get around to actually doing her in the story. And this is the colour scheme for Uncle Fly, Foon's daddy. And there's Reality Bunny. That was like the original doodles for him. And there he is again. This one, which it's on its side, but I was going to colour it and then didn't. These are still like my older stuff. These are all the water sprites. Oh yeah, that's the other type of fairy I'd forgotten. The water sprites that don't like associating with the other ones. Oh, this is Shita again. Shiitake and Lentinus's mummy. She's cute. She has the cane. This cane ends up going to Lentinus later in the story, because he has a cane in the story, and Shiitake has an umbrella. So yeah, Lentinus gets the cane. So this is Lucario again, and her colour scheme. Foon's mummy. And show. It's kind of just getting a lot of reflection from my light. Sorry. That's her colour scheme. She's very purple. But yeah, that's Lucario. And then her best friend. I actually wrote the name down here if I can even pronounce it. You can see like her colour scheme there. Ta-da! Her best friend, whose name is Ischia. I'll have to look up actually how you pronounce that properly, but I tried to give her the address that Meg has in Hercules. Just the kind of long, like, I don't know how you describe that kind of material where it kind of goes in like, I don't know, long rectangular droppy downy bits. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but yeah. But it looks, the type of mushroom she is, it actually looks, the stem looked like that. It looked like Meg's dress from Hercules, which is why I did it. But yeah, I was really looking forward to doing her, because I don't have any characters that have got really, really dark skin. Because psilocybin, she's got dark skin, but it's not like massively dark, whereas hers is. So I really like the kind of, especially with the purple as well. I don't know. I like her colours. Yay! And these are some outfits. This is from part 4 of the story. So Honey gets a different outfit in part 4, and so do Chanterelle and Dap. In fact, they all get different outfits in each part of the story. So, oh, and this one, this is Morel and Indigo L all grown up. Yay! And over here we've got these are the fruit pixies, and this is Berry. Unfortunately, she has no clothes on. I'm sorry, Berry. You're indecent. But I wasn't sure like what outfit to give Berry, because this is based on the YouTuber Berry Zam, because she's been so supportive of my story that I wanted to write her into my story. And I gave her a little Zemi down there. She has a OC called Zemi. I won't be putting him in the story just because of, you know, copyright, and I don't want to like feel like I'm stealing her character. I did this like evil strawberry to go with Fragaria, because she's an actual strawberry fairy, but he's not in the story either. He's just there to, I don't know, go in this doodle. But yeah, I was sort of thinking, like for an outfit for Berry, I was kind of thinking down here with it, like I don't know. That's sort of my yeah, having word fail. My kind of primary guess and maybe what she'd wear, but I don't know, it's open for changes on that one. So yeah, this is the strawberry pixie, Fragaria, also known as Area. Yeah, so I also have in my story, I do have a live banana called Ben Banana. So I do have like a tiny bit, because kind of this whole part of the story was inspired by Berry Zem and her kind of fruit that live. So like this, the fairies, the fruit pixies, the fruit and vegetable pixies, they can actually make their fruit and vegetables like come alive in this story. So we have Ben Banana. I have Shroomy. He's like this little mushroom minion who, at this point of the story, we meet like the ultimate evil character called Birch Polypore. He's like a really evil mushroom fairy who left the forest ages ago and has been like hurting the other fairies from other forests. So he's kind of stolen the abilities that the fruit pixies have to make their fruit come alive, and he's made like all this army of mushroom minions that are attacking people. And at the very end, when he's finally defeated, one of the mushroom minions survives the final battle, and it ends up being called Shroomy, and it becomes Button's pet, and it's really cute. If I find the picture of my little tiny doodle of it later, I will. Oh, I have to pause one. This one's upside down. So this is Nana. She's the banana fairy. She's the old lady banana fairy who has Ben the banana who follows her around. That's Nana. And then this is Stripe. He is a badger fairy, well, badger fae as they're called. And he's also like the romantic love interest of Button in the, whoops, sorry camera, I didn't mean to smack you. Yeah, he's the romantic interest of Button in the story. So yeah, and he's got, at the moment, he's got odd coloured eyes, and he's got like this tattoo on his arm of this little paw print, and these like little claws that hold his like top together and stuff. So yeah, all the different types of fairies have different types of wings as well. So the animal fays, they always have kind of these like, they're more fluffy kind of wings, and then the fruit and vegetable pixies have these kind of rounded wings. And the tree elfin, they have more kind of like double dragonfly wings. And of course the water sprites, they have really jaggedy ones because they don't really use their wings anyway because they swim. So yeah, so that's Stripe, the fae. And I've got another one I'll have to pull out the sleeve. Yeah, come here. This is Paige. She is kind of a bird fairy who specialises in pigeons, but she's good with all birds. And yeah, Chanterelle in the story is really jealous of her because Dap kind of knows her from, he meets her in part 2 of the story when he goes to try and get help when the mushroom forest is in danger. He meets her then, and then in part 4 of the story they meet up again, and Chanterelle's all jealous that they spend too much time together. She's got quite a big nose, because I was trying to do, because she's a bird fairy, I was trying to make it kind of hooky beak like, but I kind of like her hair because it's sort of, it's really scruffy, and there's plaits and there's feathers, and then this bit's loose, but there's also all this bit that's tied up in a plait, and I don't know, she has the most kind of fun design, I think, except she's such a minor character, she's barely in the story. But yeah, anyway, that's all like the new characters and stuff. I can find a little Shroomy, and that will be the end of the like new stuff I have to show you. Can I close this down? Yay! So yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on like at the moment. Aha, I found it. There's Shroomy. Isn't he cute? Oh no, his name's Squishy. What am I talking about? Oh, silly me. His name's Squishy, not Shroomy. Shroomy is actually the name of what other fairies call the mushroom fairies. They refer to the mushroom fairies as shroomies. So I was getting confused with my own story. But yeah, his name's Squishy. He's the mushroom minion that becomes Button's pet. And shroomy is the term used for mushroom fairies. Okay, all is good. So yeah, I have been also working on the latest part of my story, part 5. I've been kind of trying to work out like just the layouts of the pages, like really roughly. Like this first one, they've just met with psilocybin and gotten all of her predictions, and then Portobello is kind of spotted from the air like all this group of fairies. This is going to be like an interesting one to try and put together because there's so much detail. Like trying to like plan out new environments when they go to like new places is always kind of a bit of a challenge because I have to look up references for so much stuff because there's stinkhorn mushrooms and there's shiitake mushrooms and there's grass and there's trees. So anyway, it's all about Pax. This next chapter is all about Pax struggling to grow her mushrooms because she's kind of been forced out of her regular part of the forest because of Honey advancing her plan and kind of pushing the fairies back. And she's really struggling to grow her mushrooms. And yeah, anyway, I'll get around to doing it eventually. These were kind of like my little pictures, thumbnails, what I'm going to be working on. And they're all kind of going, something has to be done. We've got to stop Honey from doing this. And yeah, and then Legion turns up and offers to help. And there's so many fairies in like this whole chapter because they're everywhere. There's so many people in like each page. It's just going to be a pain to draw, which is why I haven't like rushed to start it because yeah, I've been doing other more fun things like the chapter pages and the little grayscale thingies. I also have these ones. These are my water sprite ones where before I did them in grayscale, I did these ones in like colour, just in like the tones that they're in. I always forget their names as well. That's Typha, that's Spartina, she's like the evil one that hates mushroom fairies. That's Verbena, she's the really nice friendly one. She's like the little mermaid of her day because she's really sweet and likes all of them. I think her name's Hydrilia. I forget, but she's like the responsible one, and she's like the goofy one, and she's like the evil one. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry this video is really long. I just wanted to talk about my fairies. Yay! I hope you guys are having a good day and a good week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!